Alright, so that's why there are so many Wingulls in that house. Red 2 standing by, all 4 lit, and in the green. Welcome back to Pokemon Emerald version. We are slowly making our way through Route 119 and running into another wild Pokemon as I try to show off. Hey, it's another Tropius. Don't need to worry about that just yet. Might get some more experience though. Give it a good Psybeam. Now I wonder if I could actually wind up getting away with using Psych-Up if Winona's Pokemon use Dragon Dance, specifically Altaria. Because it's a good Pokemon, but I think Tsunami should be able to handle it. Ah, close. So, Citrus Berries. And if we go across here, now we can't cross that with the Mark Bike. It has to be the Acro Bike, but we'll come back to this. Alright, Pokemon to level up Truffle, and then we're away again. Yet another Oddish. I haven't encountered one of those in a while. And we will just drop a Psybeam on it. At least in Generation 4 I could give this Shadow Ball. Shadow Claw is kind of a downgrade from Shadow Ball. I mean, it's got a high critical hit ratio, but that's not reliable. It's got about as much chance of delivering a crit as Shadow Ball does of lowering special defense, I think. But it's just a little bit weaker. And there are not a lot of very strong physical ghost moves as well. In fact, there are not very many strong ghost moves. In general, I think the first one that wasn't a signature move, that was over 100 base power, was Poltergeist. But every move introduced before that actually winds up having 100 base accuracy, which is really good. So, we have encountered a Pokemon Ranger. The source of a spin-off game. Apparently this trainer class was very popular. Pokemon Ranger is a good game. I did try to record some to bring it to the channel, but I kept getting frustrated with things. And one of the problems is it's really hard. I found it really hard to commentate because I tend to concentrate on the capture. And I didn't think that made for good viewing. So that, combined with the fact I was getting annoyed with everything, meant it wasn't the best. I will probably play them in my own time, but I don't think I'll bring them to the channel. Well, come on. I was almost afraid that was missing. You never quite know if you're not fully paying attention. So there we go, another battle won. You know, it would probably be very good to actually have Pokemon Rangers registered in your Pokénav. Some people have got to be more helpful than others. Like, at least registering a Ranger, you could get help if you were in trouble. Seems pretty sensible. So, there's another Ranger up here, and I think a Bird Keeper. It is really nice seeing all the different trainer classes that have appeared over the years. Hey, Breloom! Sorry, buddy, but you're about to get hit with a flying move. You may punch the Steel Falcon all you want, but his punches are better, despite the fact he has no hands. He will curl up his wings and punch you. I wish I could hack it to give Skarmory Fire Punch just because, I mean, to be fair, I think Blaziken is probably the closest in terms of moveset to Captain Falcon. Why would I mock your lack of Pokemon battling knowledge? You know more than I do about a range of things, dare I say it. Everybody's strengths lie in different areas. So we can get a double battle here. Aroma Lady and a Bird Keeper. It's interesting that they do keep referring to bird Pokemon, but as I said, I think there's an important... Oh, it's a Parasol Lady. I do think there's an important difference. Because bug flying types aren't equipped for high altitude flight, so a Bird Keeper specializes in avian flying type Pokemon. Because they possibly have a bit more potential. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of bug flying types for quite some time kind of sucked. Wow, we are slow. Goldeen might have Swift Swim, but I have Swift in general. Alright, you're going for evasion strats. Yep. The AI knows evasion strats will work for them. It didn't do much damage. And there we go. One down, just got to take out the other one. We should get a lot more damage because it's focusing on one target. So they did something really, really cool when they made... Yeah, you are being an arse. They did something really cool when they made Dragapult's signature move, Dragon Darts. It's actually got smart targeting. It is a spread move, but it will focus on both shots on an individual target if there is only one target. But it will also do that if there is a fairy type on the field. If it knows it can't hurt the opponent, it will focus both shots of Dragon Darts onto the opponent it can hurt. There's probably a bit more to it. Alrighty. So we have won. We are nearly back at the Weather Institute. So is there a trainer over here? It was somewhere around here. Yeah, a couple of trainers around here, and then I can loop back. Just a Zigzagoon. Nothing special. Just how it goes, I guess. But worth taking out for a little bit of experience. Every little bit helps. Especially with Pokemon that level up slowly. Ooh, double battle. That very obvious disguise. Why? Why do you say these things? Don't. Just don't. Why are there so many creepy people? I'm definitely going to be in for some pain, and it's not from some kid pretending he's watched Naruto or something like that. I'm in trouble from some creepy man holding fire sticks that really should have been extinguished by the rain, and he... Why? Why are they creeps? Oh, that burns me up. That burns me up as well. That worked. And whatever he sends out is going to get hit with a big wave. Very nice, very nice. Coughing. I don't think that's going to take a Surf very well. I do keep forgetting that Air Cutter is multi-target. I think I probably remember a bit better in later games because its animation actually goes across both targets, whereas this looks like it's a single target. Probably something to do with that. Yeah, that isn't going to hold on very well. And another Air Cutter. Alright, well, it's not avoiding Surf. Double weakness in rain. Rain has always been the most busted of the the weather conditions. I went to say conditions, brain said status conditions, not weather conditions. Ugh. Because so many Pokemon actually benefit from Swift Swim and same type attack bonus. Whereas Pokemon which get Chlorophyll do not benefit from same type attack bonus. At least not until Scovillain came along. As a matter of fact, they are likely to get thumped because they'll be taking extra damage from fire moves. Yeah, I've caught a few. Why do they talk about their failures? Why do I know so many failures? Why don't the gym leaders ever call me? Well, we got an elixir, that's good. We might need Waterfall to do some fishing, but we can run back here. Yeah, interestingly, the only way sometimes, like the Kindler and the Bird Keeper, have identical sprites, but you can only tell which one's which based on the encounter music. It's weird. All just a little strange. Yeah, pity I don't get any good abilities like Water Absorb. But the Wooper line is very good like that. And there we go. Wingull wasn't lasting through that. Tropius isn't going to last through this. Poor Tropius. I kind of like some of the grass flying types we've got. I love Jump Off. I've got a lot of affection for that. It's an interesting status spreader. It's fairly fast, reasonable special defense, so it can really shut down opponents if you know what you're doing. You've got to be a bit creative with it, but I'm very happy after all these years I managed to get a shiny Hoppip and evolve it all the way into Jump Off. Been such a good companion. I just sort of muck around a little bit with it, but it's fun. You've always got to be careful with some moves though. Depending on how you use the Pokemon, you can really screw things up. Because I managed to wind up fighting a Pokemon that got the Ghost Terra typing. But the problem is it had Curse in its natural learn set and actually had Curse when we battled it. It wasn't a 5-star raid, I think it was a 3-star one that I was just trying to do to get some different shards and things. So we'd whittled it all the way down. I think it was a Bergmite. It was a Bergmite that had Curse in its natural learn set. We did a lot of damage. And then it used Curse and wiped out the rest of its HP. I didn't have to do anything. Oh good, we are nearly ready to get Fly. We can rest here. And I can move some Pokemon around in my boxes, because I want box 14 as my spare box for party Pokemon and utility Pokemon. So, Voltorb, Quiet. That's not great. That's really not great because anything that cuts its speed is not good. Magneton, which is a really, 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 really good Pokemon, and geez, that is a good nature for it. Because its special defense isn't great, so you buff up that defense and it's going to tank a lot of attacks. So that's pretty good. I do have a backup Skarmory. The original Falcon that didn't have a great nature. So that's Blood Falcon, basically. Quiet nature, also good. Manectric has a timid nature, very good. Very good indeed, because special attack and speed are its best attributes. Move pool sucks though. Bold nature, that's alright. So we'll move these out of the way, just because I'm nitpicky. And with our team refreshed, we can move on. We have a few more battles to go before we take on the Fortress City Gym, but they won't be too much trouble. Once we get Fly, probably use Swellow for Fly actually. So, we're all ready to go on the last stretch. It is interesting to note how many trainers you can sneak past if you really want to. Oh, there's an item here. Nice. We should be able to surf around here too. We might be able to find something. I'll put on a rappel. I've got one left. Always remember, the most cost-effective rappels are super rappels. Oh, that's right. I always go the wrong way too. So we go down here. There is a hidden item. Are there any more? Nope, there might be another item nearby though, so we'll see. No items. Always a compulsive need to explore. There's our item. A leaf stone. That's actually pretty good. So what's... Oh, that's just a tree for a secret base. So we go back. And we should run into a Pokemon. We did not run into a Pokemon, but we can battle more trainers as we go up this way. Now there's a double battle if we go... There's an item in there, isn't there? So we make these single battles so that I can sneak by and actually get the item in there. I'm sure there's one. Manectric versus Captain Toad. I think we have this one. Headbutt is still my strongest move. Yep. Do we get anything? No. It would have been really, really funny if it had been poisoned by Effect Spore. At least I can buy some full heals now. And there we go. We won that. So we've been through a lot of this already. Sneaking around, trying to find things. And make sure we could get to Mount Pyre. I did so many things out of order just to be able to use Joelle, and she's so worth it even if the move pool is a bit crummy. The Ninja Boys definitely sound like they've been watching too many episodes of Naruto or something like that. It's just the ultimate edge, basically. Which is an interesting thing with the orders for Zorga in Cardfight Vanguard. It's very interesting comparing things to Tamayura, one of the glitter units, the one for Dragon Empire, and her orders, which all seem like they're beautiful Japanese poetry-inspired names. And then pretty much every single one of Zorga's orders is the emo kid writing in his diary at night time. Oh, there's a Kecleon. There has got to be something there if there's a Kecleon in the way. Alrighty, let's punch it. We are much stronger than when we fought Kecleon last time, but Captain Toad made it flinch. Kecleon's got more vivid colours in these games. It looks a bit... Some of the sprites... Well, no, not the sprites, the 3D models. There's nothing there. Yeah, some of the 3D models wind up just looking so washed out. They're not quite as vibrant as the old sprite artwork was. And I'm kind of saddened by that. Because, like, the 3D models are nice, but some of them... Even then, I don't quite know if they got the same vigor as they had in, say, Pokemon Colosseum. Now, when they reused a lot of them for Pokemon Colosseum, the ones that were reused from Stadium were really, really good. They did make some new ones. But all of them had a bit of character to them. I think the 3D models are getting better, gradually. But I still think there's a little bit more charm in the sprite work. Mostly because you've just got a little bit more individuality, and here we are in Fortress City. Just the little differences, and even the fact that in Gold and Silver, all the sprites in Gold version were made first, but then they wound up redoing a heck of a lot, drawing up some new ones for Silver version. And you've got a whole lot that are different between Gold and Silver, and quite often, a fair few of the Silver version ones actually come off a fair bit better than the Gold version ones. Okay, so what do we got? No full heals. Well, I better buy a few of these. Oh, I did have one. So we can use those. Well, we're pretty rich. I can buy some more hyper potions. Maybe I should buy some hyper potions. And then we'll have a quick look around town. There we go. Plenty of healing. We are well kitted out. So, Fortress City. You can't run on the bridges. Fair enough. Yep, so that's handy to know. Yeah, I can imagine it would be. Fortress City is probably one of the best designed in the entire series. Like, it takes pretty much everything you could think of, with the ideas of living in harmony with nature and Pokemon in Johto, and really steps it up. So, you can buy things for secret bases here, if you want to. I haven't made one, so I'm not that fussed about it just yet. So we can train on Route 120, but I'm not going to. Gigantic Pokemon in the sky. It seemed to squirm as it flew towards Route 131. You smell singed. Yes, we were, but remember where Rayquaza is going. So, Wingull is delivering mail for that guy. No, you're right, those little connections are always important to have. Pokedex and this guy. Yes, Steven is pretty strong. No surprise there. Okay, old lady. Pokemon. This is basically just a luck check, isn't it? Okay. And then it's... I don't know if there's a specific order to it. I was working under the assumption that there was. So yeah, hidden power is alright. I don't need that just yet. I've never really found much of a way to use it. That kid's weird. And I could trade Volbeat. We'll see. Maybe in the next one. But thank you very much for joining me. Till next time as we run into something in the way, this is Red 2, returning to base.